are contributing to a pessimistic global outlook. Some banks have rolled back their climate policies, increasing the exposure to climate risks. No. What is the last option here? Actions of certain big financial institutions are not in line with, underline, not in line with the goals of the Paris Agreement. Clearly mentioned. So what is the answer here? Fifth option is the answer. Which of the following can fill in the blank? Where is the blank? Here. However, if you are someone who strongly contemplates, underline the word contemplate, means what? To think deeply. What are the other words you have to recollect? Introspect. About how the actions contribute to climate change and thereby prefers to travel by bicycle, buy as little as possible, recycle and patronize. I think underline that word, there's one question. Small businesses, you are probably doing it to just gain publicity. As an individual, why will you do that? Going to regret these choices? Yes or no? Any problem? Hold the second option. Not bothered where your bank is investing. Okay, going without these perks, underline the word perks, will be filled with satisfaction. I think answer should be the second option. Why the fourth option? Okay, going without these perks. What does the sentence talk about? Okay, previous sentence talks about some perks and all. Am I right? You are probably okay going without these perks. So what is the answer here? Fourth option is the answer. But what is the meaning of the word perks? Incentives, write the word incentives. Perks means what? Incentives. Tomorrow you take up the job at the workplace, you come across this word. But I told you to underline one more word. Which one is that? Patronize. I think there's a question based on that. Contemplate I have given. Anyhow, shall I go to the next question? According to the author, certain big commercial and private investment banks, what are they doing? Focus on community development, providing financial services to undeserved communities. Not correct. Prioritize investments in renewable energy. Not correct. What do they support? Fossil fuel. Quite opposite. They also deceive consumers into believing their products are environment friendly. Clearly mentioned in the passage. So what is the answer? C. Only C is the answer. Have you chosen that one? Question number 4. Sizable. Sizable means what? Write the word. Considerable. Sizable population means considerable population. Sizable amount means what? Considerable amount. Also write the word substantial. Ah, very good. Write the word substantial. Have you written? They want the same or opposite. Quantifiable, same, exaggerated in a way, that side. Substantial, same, inordinate. Inordinate means not ordinary, but in this context it is not relevant. What is the last word here? Significant, opposite. Sizable means significant, considerable, substantial. What is opposite? Have you chosen the fifth option? Very good. Which of the following factors is or are responsible for the transition? Underline the word transition. Change. Mentioned in the passage. Financial crisis of 2008 and the subsequent approach adopted by big banks. Mentioned or not mentioned? This has been mentioned. Tick that one. Perks like discount offered by certain prominent retail outlets, not relevant. General dissatisfaction due to increased fee and interest rates on loans, not relevant. So what is the answer here? Only A is the answer. Same in meaning, what is the word? Patronize. Patron means supporter. And what is the meaning of patronize? Can you say undermine? What is the meaning of undermine? Weaken, dominate, respect, invest. So what is the answer? Support. Some questions are easy, a few questions are tough. Same in meaning, chances. Chances, can you say fortunes? Risks, gambles. These are all silly questions in my opinion. There's nothing to explain. If you still wonder, I can't help it. Shall I go to the next one? But what is the first option here? I will do a bit of value addition. Write this sentence. He has made a fortune. He has made a fortune selling tea. Don't ask me who. He has made a fortune selling tea. What do you understand make a fortune means? Make a lot of money. Make a lot of money. Have you heard of this any time? I hope the mic is on. Oh, thank you. Shall I go to the next one? Which are the following ways to switch to a sustainable financial institution? Underline the word sustainable. Here, sustainable talks about maintenance or green environment related. Environment related. Based on that, what is the first option? Transfer your funds to institutions which are usually too tiny to provide loans to major fossil fuel companies. In a way, true. Because small banks, they can't afford to support big companies which are into excavation of fossil fuels. Hold the first option. Check if the bank offers green financial products such as eco-friendly loans and green mortgages. Underline that word. Usually, how do we pronounce this? Shall I continue? Thank you. Mortgage. What do we say? But T is silent. What are you supposed to say? Mortgage, not gauge. Mortgage. Have you got it? Okay. Prospective bankers, you have to know that. Can you consider the second option? Go through customer reviews and testimonials to see what others are saying about the institution, not relevant here. Review the sustainability reports of banks to get a good sense of their commitment to sustainability. Hold this one. None of the above. But based on the passage, what is the answer? Have you chosen the first option? You have to decide based on the passage. If you don't consider the passage, what should be the answer? Fourth option should be the answer, but you should always go with the passage. According to the financial advisor, customers of banks that invest in fossil fuel industry are indirectly responsible for climate change. True. Most individuals may not be aware of better, more ethical, environmentally friendly banks. This is also true. Many consumers simply choose the bank that their friends or family use, mentioned in the passage. So what is the answer based on that? Have you chosen the second option? How many questions based on which of the following is true about greener banks in the context of the passage? To reduce their carbon footprint, these banks often promote digital banking services and paperless statements. Nothing wrong with this, but does the passage talk about that? They partner with environmental organizations to further their sustainability goals. I don't think passage talks about that. Their products are never at par with those of large banks. What is the fourth option? They help promote economic growth and sustainability at a national level or local level, obviously. So what is the answer here? Fourth option is the answer. Of 10 questions, how many are easy, how many are difficult? I think 3 or 4 are easy, more than 5 difficult, quite challenging. A passage like this, what will you do? You keep it aside or you spend more time on this? You cannot answer without spending more time. For some questions, you have to read twice or thrice. But is it worth or not? Not worth. When can you say not worth? If other questions are easy. Now we'll check other questions easy or difficult. Shall I go to the next one? Making catchy content. Underline the word catchy. Catchy means what? We are the best. We are the number one. All these are what? Catchy statements. We are unbeatable. Have you heard of those? So making catchy content during the elections has fetched. Underline the word fetch. Fetch means what? Typical meaning go get something. Usually write this. Mothers fetch the kids from the bus stop or from some place. Mothers fetch means what? They go get the kid. Have you got it? Fetching has many meanings. When you do something, if you get positive results, what do you say? It is fetching. It is fetching returns, means getting returns. Has fetched what? Of use, underline of use, for some online content creators. Gallons goes with what? Please write water. Can you say gallons of use? I don't think so. Thousands of use seems right. Hold that one. Can you say numbers of use? Lack of use, several. So what is the answer? Several views would have been correct, but of is there, then you cannot use the word several. So what is the correct one? Thousands of views. They distributed the work among themselves so that the work could be well within time for the first client presentation. Could be what? Told, can you say in this context? Second option could be finished, succeed, arrange, hasten. What is the answer? Is it active voice or passive voice? Please make a note, passive voice. We could finish the work. What is the passive voice? The work could be finished. Obviously passive voice. And what is the meaning of hastened? Do slowly or quick? What is the actual word here? Please write this. Haste makes what? Good. Now our students have become so good. They have so many things at their fingertips. Wonderful. Shall I go to the next one? Some companies expect to change by disassociating with their brand ambassadors. Underline brand ambassadors. What is the meaning of brand ambassador? First you write the word branding. Today if you take companies, they have their own ad agencies. They choose a particular ad agency. And what is the job of the ad agency? The ad agency has to create the brand. Brand is nothing but the perception of the product in the mind of the customer. Now close your eyes, you have Pepsi, Coke or some other soft drink, you can't tell which one, that one. It's only a perception. And you use soaps, different types of soaps. Any soaps has the same purpose, yes or no? But Lux has a different perception, Lifebuoy has a different perception, yes or no? So that is because of the power of branding. Shall I tell a joke? Without advertising, there is no business. When you do business, you have to advertise, because the saying is, if you do business without advertising, it is like winking at a girl in the dark. Only you know what you're doing, the poor girl doesn't know. Have you got it? Anyhow, some companies expect to change their fortunes by disassociating with their brand ambassadors. Can you say change their shining? Change their appear? All these are ridiculous. What is the answer? Second option. Change your fortunes. Tomorrow you get the job. Your fortunes will change or not? One generation or 3 generations? Who are those? Your parents one, you second, your children third. So how many generations get benefited? 3 generations. Question number 14. Petrol consumption rose by 13.9% in April, while diesel sales inched up by 1%. Underline 13.9%. Underline 1%. Difference is a lot or a little. And 1% is negligible or not negligible. What is the other word for negligible? Barely. So what is the answer? Inched up lot you cannot say. Mere you cannot say. Mere 1% also can be. And complete. There are two words you can consider. One is inched up, mere. Why is it not correct? Nothing wrong with the word, but the word form is right or wrong. What is the correct word form to be used? Merely would have been correct, but you don't see that. So what is the answer? Barely. When you see the word barely, what are you supposed to recollect? Hardly, scarcely, barely. They take which word? When. No sooner than. What is this about? 3 sentences, you have to decide which one is right, which one is wrong. Industry-specific seasonal shifts need to be monitored or need to be monitored. That means it should be in passive voice. Any sentence in passive voice, the main verb should be in which form? Past participle. Write the word monitored. Need to be monitored. What is it in active voice? We need to monitor something. Something needs to be monitored. That is not correct. Job market trends change with the advent of new technology. This seems right. Hold this one. Anything wrong here? Job market trends change with what? The advent of new technology. Underline the word advent. Advent means what? Write the word arrival. Advent of new technology means arrival of new technology. The language models process vast amount of data. That means here of is missing. So which one is correct? Only B is correct. Which option is that? Tick that also. This also same pattern. Academic accomplishment. Underline the word accomplish. Accomplish means achieve something. Is a focal point of a formal education system. This seems right. Academic accomplishment holds a significance for the future of students. That is also true. Academic accomplishment is a key indicator of success. That is also true. So what is the answer based on that? Have you chosen all the 3? Wonderful. Take up. Take up means what? Take up means take up. Start an activity. Please write. Start an activity. When you are free, you start an activity, then take up. Take up swimming, take up photography, take up some activity. Usually it goes with hobbies and leisure time activities. Leisure or leisure? Thank you. Harry's doctor advised him to take up yoga to help with his sleeping issues. Anything wrong with this? Take up yoga. Yoga belongs to India or belongs to some other country? But where is it popular? Very popular outside India. How many of us practice yoga? Raise your hands. I think nowadays yoga classes are going on. How many of you attend those classes? Raise your hands. I have to get the microscope. Okay. The HR department asked the employee to take up the matter with his boss. Anything wrong? Nothing wrong. Tom slept very late at night and could not take up on time the next morning. But this is not clear. Could not take up what? Could not wake up. Oh, you guys are telling the correct word. That is amazing. Wonderful. So what is the answer here? You guys have progressed a lot. Pass by. Imagine there's a building here. It doesn't look like a building. Imagine I said, you're walking from this side to this side. Usually we say, I crossed the building. What do we say? I crossed the building, Indian English. But a native speaker says, write this one. I went past the building. Have you heard of this any time? I went past the building. Go past. What is the verb here? Go past something. And passerby. In this context, one who goes that way, what do you call? Passerby. And it's a compound noun. What is the plural of passerby? Passerbys or passers-by? Compound nouns, key word always takes S or ES. Passerby, what is the key word? Passers or passers-by. A train passed by the station without stopping at the platform. Anything wrong? In retrospect, underline the word retro means going back. Retrospect, thinking back. People feel that their childhood years passed by very quickly. That is true. So, right or wrong? A child was waving from his balcony at the people passing by. Nothing wrong. So, what is the answer? What are these about? I think this is rather easy. At least 1, 2, 3 you have to get. Shall we look at this one? Okay. It starts with what? Someone's definition, defining himself. Who is the person here? When Ratan defined himself as a rational, underline the word rational, practical, hard-headed businessman, Professor Henry was upset. Someone made a statement, someone else was upset. So what is the first one here? And what is the clue for you for the next one? Who was upset? Professor. Obviously, and also you have underline what upsets him. There's a continuity or no continuity. The professor expressed that what upsets him is that Ratan may make all the right decisions according to the assumptions of his hard-headed business culture, yet fail to succeed. So what is the next clue for next sentence? Fail. What is the second one here? Then here we have the word fail. Where else do you have? A. These failures, he says, he means who? Professor, obviously. Who is this professor? Okay. Professor Henry. He says happen every day and there's nothing new in it. More than 2,000 companies have made it to the Fortune 500 since the 1950s. The vast majority of them are gone. Are gone means what? Don't look at me like that. Answer. Disappeared. Please write. Gone means disappeared. No longer in business. Failed miserably. So what is the third one? A is the third one. Then you have to decide between C and D. Am I right? We have seen similar changes, not only historically, but also recently in the economic calamities, underline the word calamities, of the past few years, reflecting how fragile, underline fragile, this hard-headed thinking can be. I think this is a clue for you. So let us see the other one also. Despite these evidences strewn across our history and recent experiences related to economic calamities, this culture seems to continue. That means what should be the fourth one? C. What should be the last one? So what is the correct order? E, B, A, C, D. How many of you have got this right? Oh, I expected more. But 1, 2, 3, how many of you? 1, 2, 3 should not be a problem. That 1, 2, 3, what are the first three? E, B, and A. Let us have a look at the words. What is the first one here? What is the meaning of calamity? Positive or negative? What are the other words? Catastrophe, calamity, disaster, mishap, unfortunate incident, all these. And any other word? I think something I wanted to tell. Give me a second. Assumptions means what? Don't assume things. Assumption means you feel something is true without evidence. Then what do we say? Assumption. Assumptions are always dangerous. Have you heard of that? Okay. And coming to hard-headed business, who is this? What are the qualities of Ratan? A rational, practical, hard-headed businessman. First you write the word rational. Rational, write another word form, rationality. A rational person uses what? Reasoning. You guys are very good at that. Yes or no? Reasoning. When you use your reason, judgment, reasoning, then you're a rational person. But sometimes we don't use rationality, we don't take decisions based on reasoning, we take decisions based on emotions, spontaneously. What are the words you have to recollect? First you write the word whims, then you write whims and fancies. Very important, they have given many a time. Don't take decisions based on whims and fancies. Means based on emotions, not based on reasoning, not based on rationality. Have you guys got it? And hard-headed businessman means smart or not smart. For that we have one word. All of you please write shrewd. Write this. Shrewd businessman. Business people have to be shrewd. I'll give an example, shall I? You went to a shop, you wanted to buy a particular shampoo, popular one, but that fellow doesn't have. A typical businessman will say, sorry ma'am, we don't have. Sorry sir, we don't have. A shrewd businessman, he has a different brand. So what he does, ma'am, that brand is no longer popular. Another brand has come, all youngsters like you, they have been buying this brand. What will you do? Obviously, you will buy or you don't buy. So, in a losing situation, you win. That is shrewdness. Have you got it? Business people have to be shrewd. In a way, you can write this word also. That guy is smart or not smart? Write the word smart. Smart businessman. But write the noun form. Shrewdness. What is the noun form? This is something like everyday English word, but when we talk about formal English and effective English, we use another expression, right? That one. Business acumen. Have you heard of this any time? Mic is on. Have you heard of this any time? Please put a star mark. Means the same. Business acumen means what? Business shrewdness. Same meaning. Business smartness, but acumen, an important word. Shall we go to the next one? Okay, I think all the words have touched. What is the last word? Upset. Simple word. Any other word? Fragile, we have got many a time. What does it mean? Delicate. And what is the other word you have to recollect? Brittle. Brittle means what? Easily. Good. Now you have crossed that stage. I think many words. What are these about? Correct order of words. Even after remains, can you say even after remains? Even after correctional, can you say? What is the last one? Even after spending a year in a correctional facility, the young man remains incorrigible. Underline that word, very important. They have given many a time. Incorrigible means cannot be corrected. Very good. Cannot be corrected. Have you guys got it? Incorrigible, an important word. And the context talks about what? And unafraid of the law. Someone breaks a law, what is the word you have to use? Write the word offender. And also write the word culprit. Criminal is a simple word, you all know that. Offender, culprit. Shall I go to the next one? Now you want me to tell the option also? No need. Depletion of the ozone layer. Underline the word depletion. Depletion means what? In this context, becoming thinner, reducing. What is it? Reducing. Depletion of the ozone layer, harmful, can you say? Leaves the earth's surface seems okay. Can you say exposed earth's surface also can be considered? Now let us see. Depletion of the ozone layer leaves the earth's surface increasingly exposed to radiation from the sun. That seems okay. So what is the answer based on that? First one is what? Leaves. Now we'll take a different approach. How many options with B? So how many options are there? Only one. So what is your answer? Got it? Right after, can you say instructed? Right after aeroplane, what do? Boarding. So how many options with C? Save your time, that is your answer. But I'll read. Right after boarding the airplane, they what? Instructed to stow their personal belongings in a compartment. Underline the word stow. Means put, push, place. Write the word place. But you could also write the word put. Place as a verb, not as a noun. Shall I go to the next one? What are these about? I think this paper different, not at a stage 5 questions, a bit irritating that way. For me, should not be for you. Nutrition is the most fundamental human need and a prerequisite to sustain life. Anything wrong? Nothing wrong. Nutrition is the most fundamental human need. Nothing wrong. And a prerequisite, underline the word prerequisite, meaning something you need in advance, beforehand. Write that expression also. In advance or beforehand. Prerequisite. Pre means what? Before. Something you need in advance or beforehand. Nothing wrong with the first one. A healthy diet, what will you say, is appropriate nutrition supports an impact or impacts, parallel expression, supports impacts. So what is the answer based on that? Only the first one, only A. Which option? What are these about? Meaning, I suppose. As long as warnings by the municipal corporations, some residents are still occupying the dilapidated, very important word, underline. Dilapidated means bad condition. Old buildings, they are in good shape or bad shape. Then we say dilapidated apartments. Can you say despite? Due, can you say due? Can you say since? Let us go to the first option, despite warnings by the municipal corporations, because here we cannot use as long as. Is that relevant? Not relevant. So what is the answer here? Caught in the grip of sweltering summer. Underline the phrase in the grip of. Sweltering summer means something like hot and humid. Summers, you all know how they are. Residents are paying a visit. Can you say paying a visit? The city is grammatically right or wrong? Paying a visit assembled by flocking to the city's air-conditioned local trains. So what is the answer here? Flocking to. Actually, the word flock goes with what? Write this expression. Birds of same feather, complete. Never heard of this. Birds of same feather flock together. Have you heard of this or haven't heard of this? Birds of same feather flock together. Means what? People of the same taste. They always form groups. Those who smoke, they form a group. Those who drink, they form a group. Those who study, they form a group. Yes or no? Is that the last one or one more we have? The exchange of fire and explosives continued throughout the night. Anything wrong here? Nothing wrong. The exchange of what? Fire and explosives continued throughout the night. Phrases are correct, grammatically correct, contextually correct. The two leaders agreed to work towards the early, can you say? The earliest would have been better. So strike off the word, because underline the definite article the. The early or the earliest, while not common in other European countries, France has never experienced or never experienced, has, put the word never, will you say has experienced or has experienced? So D is missing. That means what is correct here? Which option is that?